So really this baby could pop at any moment, and we still have so much to do. Realistic childbirth? Very literal. But turns out the baby about to be born may just be said heir. And this is it, guys, the moment I have been waiting for absolutely all episode. This is actually a very cute baby. Sims modders are the absolute greatest people ever, you guys. Hi friends on the internet, and welcome back to the Not So Berry 2.0 Legacy Challenge for episode number 9. And happy Sim Sunday, it is good to be back. I am overly excited for today's episode because today is the day that Generation 2 makes their way onto the scene. Well, actually I don't know about Sim Day today of Saturday, but it definitely will be very soon this episode because our founding Sim Koena Berry here is pretty far along in her pregnancy. She'll be going into her 3rd trimester here in just 3 hours. And if you remember, she also got diagnosed with a pregnancy complication of high blood pressure, which could cause her to possibly go into early labor. So without a doubt, baby will be coming very, very soon. And unfortunately, our living situation is still this very tiny and squishy container home with absolutely no extra space in it. So there is a huge urgency to make something happen on this lot to be able to fit this baby. And you know, I'm saying that while these two are just casually and leisurely having a slow dance in said tiny house with no space. Can someone tell me why I am more stressed and concerned than the actual Sims about to birth this baby in a little bit? Even though that was the cutest thing ever, I do have to admit. But honestly, Koena, I feel like it's your entire chill attitude that got us into this whole situation in the first place. So we're gonna try our best to keep rolling with these punches and make do. Now, in between episodes, I considered using the 30,000 simoleons we got from Percy moving in with us last episode and built them a nice enough and fully decorated home on this lot overnight, essentially. But I don't know, I just felt like that would be unrealistic to have happened. I mean, what, immediately after they come back from a vacation to basically Hawaii to a new full and ready home seemed just a little bit far-fetched. But don't worry, we're not going to be having to put our baby out in the cold snow. I feel like we could at least definitely get started in placing the bones of what is going to be their new house. Definitely putting some more containers down and trying to rearrange them into an actual floor plan. And then I'll save the decorating to do before the next episode. And some time would have passed and they would have been able to get the house in order by then. So it is 6 a.m. on Saturday. Koena just entered the 3rd trimester. It says she should schedule her final prenatal visit. And her moodlet says 3rd trimester of pregnancy. Koena is getting ready to put her best parent hat on because, well, pregnancy is almost over and Koena is more than ready now to give birth to her child. So really this baby could pop at any moment, and we still have so much to do. Technically, Koena has work today in just a few hours, but I actually think I'm gonna see if she can take some family leave at this point. Okay, strange. I was going to, but the option is grayed out. It says Koena already has time off. Okay, game, if you say so. I just didn't want her to get in trouble for taking a day to get her life together. Thankfully, Percy has off today from both of his jobs, which I will be fixing because I don't think it makes sense that he would be a style influencer in addition to a full-time scientist. Maybe I could see it if he actually switched, but come on, Percy, you're not working 2 jobs, be for real. Now that it's 8:30 a.m., what I did want these two to do was to go to a birth class. Koena had that option because of Lumpinou's, I believe it's called Realistic Life and Pregnancy mod. I'll link it in the description below if you're interested. And I'm just having her do that so she can at least do something in preparation for having this baby. Because as we know, they've done 0 preparation for this child at all. You see, Koena's getting the work call. She doesn't have off. I'm having her take paid time off. She has the time. Go ahead and use it. We have a day full of appointments, I think. Speaking of appointments, Percy has this painfully unobvious moodlet. I guess his mouth is in pain and only getting worse, so he has to go to the dentist. So I'm gonna have Percy go to that appointment while Koena's at her class. I could have swore previously that there was an option for Percy to join her at that class, but I could be mistaken or have done something wrong. Koena's back and now has a confident moodlet from going to birth class. She feels like it'll go okay. Taking birth classes help prepare for the moment of birth, psychologically and physically. Good. Okay, and the dentist discovered Percy has a cavity. He needs a filling. The dentist will fill the cavity, but Percy should look after their oral health and maybe lay off the sweets and caffeine. He has so much caffeine. He hits that coffee machine like absolutely crazy. I think he's gonna get the coffee lover lifestyle, which I think is perfect for a scientist to have. I don't know. Okay, something else I know Koena has to do to prepare for pregnancy is go ahead and call the obstetrician. And that is because I also have the Realistic Childbirth mod in my game by PandaSama. So if you have no experience with that mod before, let me warn you now. This will be very different from EA's default way of giving birth, okay? Realistic childbirth, very literal. But I love realism, so that's why I play with this mod in my game. So Koena has to choose a birthing option now. Choosing the right birth method for you and your baby can be a daunting task. There are so many different options, it can be easy to get lost in the medical jargon and confused by the countless delivery practices. Which method are you considering? Now, if Koena had a home to give birth in, I think she would do a home birth because, you know, she's a natural girly. She might wanted to have tried that way. But we have no prep and no home, so I don't think that that makes sense to do in this pregnancy. So I think it would be Koena's plan to just have a regular natural delivery. We'll see how some aspects play out later this episode. I might cut through a lot because it is very long, but I'm gonna go ahead and have her choose this option. Koena has chosen natural delivery. If you change your mind, you may call your obstetrician again at any time to choose a different birthing option. Sweet. Okay, so we have a birth plan in place. She went to a birth class. You're feeling good, you're feeling healthy, not a bad mood lit on you. Why don't you go ahead and come over here and craft some materials? It'll get your robotics skill to level 7, which you need for your next promotion. But you know, you're building a house on this lot, so I definitely feel like you'd be at a workbench building or crafting something at this point. Also, another really cool feature of the realistic childbirth mod is that Sims now get stretch marks on their belly naturally, and I just feel like that's some quality immersion for a mod to have. Percy, ease up on the caffeine, dude. You just had a cavity filled for that. You need to relax, brother. Okay, so I feel like now is as good a time as any to have those containers show up on the lot and be available for them to start making their renovations. So let's jump into build mode for a quick speed build portion of the video. Like I said, I won't be putting down a fully finished and decorated house immediately, but at least definitely a bigger space with a roof and sheltered from the elements. Okay, bear with me. I'm aware that it looks crazy and weird from the outside. This is literally just supposed to be the foundations of things. So my original plan was always to take this original container that Koena was living out of and convert it into her workshop. Eventually, the only things that will be in here are her robotic station, maybe her computer, anything related to her career. And Percy is more than welcome to share this space with her for whatever he needs for his work stuff. And these yellow containers that used to be stacked over here on the back of her lot, she has now claimed and started to build a home inside of. Really, the furniture has been placed down to help me map out the floor plan, which I was struggling with for quite a little bit, but I'm pretty sure I'll have a good idea now, with this being the living and dining room, a pretty decent sized kitchen here, a little hallway leading to Koena and Percy's bedroom, the bathroom, and the new baby's room, which you will see is the only room in the house that has been walled and carpeted. I had already spent an hour and a half in build mode and didn't want to get into the nitty-gritty of those types of details, but with the baby coming at any second, I'm sure these two would have prioritized its room and made sure that there was a well-insulated and safe space to keep baby. I'm just gonna be testing to make sure that the Sims can get everywhere in here with how I laid things out. I thought I wanted to squeeze some type of desk space right here for the cute nerds, but I actually don't think this room will be big enough to do that, so we might just keep the work stuff completely separate in here. If you guys have any suggestions of what would look nice or should be in their home, please be sure to let me know. I'm starting to see some semblance of a vision coming together, so hopefully you guys are too. Okay, I'm actually pretty surprised that Koena has not gone into labor yet. It's 3:30 p.m. on Saturday. Since she's feeling pretty good anyways, I have her building her robotics skill while there's time to do so. Ooh, I just got a pop-up from the healthcare services mod asking if Koena should go to the obstetrician now. I'm gonna have her go now. She's not really doing much else at the moment. And while she's doing that, let's see if we can't help Percy sort out this craziness with his job stuff. Okay, perfect. We can select a career to quit. So we're gonna have him quit the style influencer because he doesn't need that. Would Koena like to know the gender of her baby? I don't feel like Koena's being secretive about the gender on purpose. I just think she genuinely has not had the time to figure out what the baby is up until now. So I personally would like to know what the gender of the baby is. So I'm gonna say yes. According to the results of Koena's ultrasound, it is the obstetrician's expert opinion and joyful job to announce that she is going to have a baby girl. Oh my gosh, the first baby of our red generation is in fact a girl. I'm not gonna lie, I kind of really wanted a baby boy first, only because Koena's gonna have more than one baby. I do really want the red generation heir to be a girl, but I kind of thought it would be cute if our heir had a big brother, but turns out the baby about to be born may just be said heir. So Koena's obstetrician visit results are that the doctor knows pregnancy complications are well complicated, but at this point things are looking well. The doctor doesn't feel the need to worry just yet, but advises cautious optimism. There's always a chance of an unexpected C-section or labor induction, so vigilance and grace are necessary. Okay, hopefully everything turns out okay and goes right with the birth. Koena's tucked herself off to bed. I guess she must be pretty tired from making baby and house arrangements. So while she's taking a nap, I see that she's getting pretty hungry. Percy, why don't you try your hand at making some food for your pregnant fiance? Maybe something simple so you don't burn down our nice new kitchen, please. Let's hope that nothing can go wrong with you making some mac and cheese. Oh, he had level 3 cooking. Okay, he wasn't that much of a risk. But anyways, like I was saying, before the next episode, I'll go ahead and use the rest of this 11,000 simoleons to finish up and decorate as much of the house as I can. So some things might be different and changed around by the next time I see you guys. Lena's calling saying, hey Koena, it's Lena, do you want to hang out tonight? She's inviting us to a nightclub. I totally would hang out, Lena, except we're about to pop out a baby at any point, so I don't think we need to be near a nightclub right now. Look at this super cute animation that Koena does autonomously where she just holds her belly. I think that's so adorable. It's also pretty cute that these are the two clingiest boys in the whole world. Look at all this plethora of space they have now to hang out in, but they always want to be right here where Koena is. In some good news, it does look like Koena is going to reach full term of her pregnancy, so very good job, Koena. Even though it was a bit of a mad dash, you have done a great job, I think. Okay, surprisingly, Koena made it through the entire night without going into labor. I was not expecting that at all. I thought for sure she would have had the baby by now, but honestly, I'm not complaining. I'm gonna take all the time I can before baby comes to maybe get Koena in a good position for her career while simultaneously keeping her needs really high, because trying to get your Sims needs up during the realistic childbirth process is definitely a hassle. I'll also do Percy a solid and work on getting him 2 more breakthroughs so he can also get promoted. So I'll probably just speed through them building their skills until it's time for baby. Aw, Koena has a moodlet that says baby kick. Koena's hand gently pressed against her baby bump when out of the blue, a wiggly sensation made her feel like she had goldfish doing synchronized swimming in her belly. What a weird feeling. I love how at the beginning of this episode I was like, very soon we'll have a baby, and now we're like halfway through it and Koena is still pregnant. Aww. Koena just discussed her fears with Percy and he was like, trying to relax her. It's probably regarding things with the baby, and that's super sweet. Oh, who's calling Percy? Kenji. Kenji's saying always remember to save your game. You don't want to lose hours of progress like I just did. Period, Kenji. I definitely know what that's like. Now Autumn's calling, asking if we want to go to her house and hang out. Sorry, Autumn. I love how I've been having Koena stay at home, and I was like, there's not even going to be enough time for a baby shower, and now I'm literally just doing nothing, waiting for the baby to come. I pressed okay. I didn't mean to do that. My bad. What are you dancing to out here, brother? Oh, dance around the fire? It's not even lit. What are you calling about, Paul? Octavia Rogers has asked me out on a date. Should I say yeah? Yeah, go for it. You are single and, you know, get out there. Okay, it's 9 p.m. on Sunday and the moodlet is flashing, so I definitely think we're about to be going into labor here any second. Yes, it's happening. The baby's getting born. Koena has officially gone into labor. It's go time. Okay, Coco, it's time to have baby at hospital. We're gonna join her. And of course, we're going to be bringing Percy. And this is it, guys. The moment I have been waiting for absolutely all episode. All right, we're at the hospital. Welcome to the clinic. Feel free to make yourself comfortable and ask one of our obstetricians if you need anything. You can try doing some labor-inducing activities such as taking a walk or doing exercise on a birthing ball. You will go into active labor once you are 10 centimeters dilated. Okay, so I've played through childbirth before with this mod. I pretty much know how it works. She has a lot of moodlets right now. She's having contraction pain. It's hospital time. It's time for Koena to get settled into the hospital. She's a little nervous that this is actually happening. Luckily, she can still talk and feel normal in between contractions, but the time between each contraction is still inconsistent. Okay, so immediately I'm gonna have Koena go for a walk. I feel like that works the best to dilate your Sims. Okay, Koena really just walked for a couple hours. I'm gonna have her ask to check dilation from one of the obstetricians. I don't know how much of this is able to be shown on YouTube, so we're just gonna keep it nice, safe, and high above, you know, what might be considered racy. Okay, she's currently 6 centimeters dilated, so at least she's halfway there. I'm gonna go ahead and have her sleep for a little bit because she has absolutely no energy. I'm gonna try another walk, see how much more dilated we can get. At this point in labor, she is feeling more angry than anything else. She's saying, when will it end? And it's almost time. She is done with the whole situation and ready to get it over with. I know, girly, it is not at all a comfortable situation. Hopefully you're almost done. At home bills have just been delivered and they're much more expensive than what they used to be at 1,200 simoleons. All right, doc, how are we looking after that second walk? You are fully dilated. Talk to one of the obstetricians to go into labor right away. Okay, it's happening. Okay, that wasn't too long. That was only about 10 hours of labor. I say only, like 10 hours of excruciating pain isn't absolutely horrid, but all my previous experiences have been like almost 24 hours of labor, so this is actually record time for me. Okay, now look how cool this animation is now with this mod. So Percy's actually gonna stand right next to her and support her through this process now. I think this is a safe angle to watch it unfold in. You got this, Koena. You are so close to being finished. Percy has tears in his eyes, probably because she's in so much pain. Oh, what a sweetie. Yeah, and Koena just gave birth to a baby girl. This baby needs a name. What would you like to call her? So, this is the firstborn baby of a scientist and an engineer. Not to mention that both parents are nature eco-freaks. And Koena still has that luxurious side that we haven't gotten to explore too much yet because she's been broke. But nonetheless, she still really does like the finer things in life. Keeping all of that in mind, I think the name Ruby makes the most sense to name our firstborn baby. I know there's always a Ruby in everyone's red gen, but if it fits, it fits. What can I say? I did want to spell it with an I though, because I think that's cute and a little bit more androgynous in terms of the spelling. So Ruby Berry. I'm gonna go ahead and get set up for this thumbnail picture I'm gonna take. Baby literally gets pulled out and handed to them. There we go. Here's a decent enough photo. How sweet and adorable. Oh, it's so precious. And now she has bloodshot and teary eyes from how exhausted she is, the poor girl. Koena, but you did so good. I'm so proud of you. And here we have little baby Ruby, all ready to come back home. And with that, we'll go ahead and head on home. All right, everyone is now home. Percy has work in an hour. Hold on. Take family leave. I don't want you going off to work after we just gave birth. Koena's knees are now in perfect shape. That's a happy side effect from the mod as well. I went ahead and changed Ruby's clothes into something with red in it and something long sleeved because it is still winter outside, believe it or not. Seems like Koena's feeling pretty good and energized. Baby's here. That's it. Now Koena has a new baby. It looks acceptably cute and will give a new dynamic to Koena's life. Sometimes change is welcome, so she's feeling pretty good. Paul! Every time! His date with Octavia Rogers went well. Okay, good. I just had a baby, so can you just be a bit independent in your own life choices for a bit? This is actually a very cute baby, and look, she looks like she has blue eyes like Koena. How cute! What a cute baby skin. I love this baby. Stop cleaning things, Koena. You have to take it easy the next couple days. It is possible for your Sims to have post-birth complications with the healthcare services mod as well. So I learned the hard way from previous experiences. You really need to let your sim who just gave birth rest and recover. Putting Koena to work and doing a lot of activity right away has a chance to land her in the hospital needing emergency surgery, and I can't have anything happening to my heirs until I finish their generations. I do not want to fail this challenge. Lena's texting saying congratulations on the new addition to the family. Thanks, Lena. That's so sweet. Crispin is calling. Yes. Hey, Koena, would you like to come over for dinner tonight? I'll cook. Sorry, I'm pretty busy. I just gave birth to a baby. The only thing that will be on Koena's agenda for the next few days is relaxation and recuperation. It is raining cats and dogs outside, gang. What is happening? Percy's woken up and is needing some social, so this is a great opportunity to bond with your daughter. There you go, Percy. You also needed a share of this cute baby lovin' as well. And our other baby Moss is also being super cutie patootie as well. Look at him. Ooh, laundry needs to be done. Percy can take care of that for us. No available wash tub. Where did the wash tub go? Did I get rid of it? Well, looks like it finally means we're getting a washer and dryer for the lot. Okay, perfect. Modern development got voted in. The votes are in and modern development and port promise starts right now. This port does indeed have a lot of promise, so let's see what contemporary improvements lie ahead. To kick off development, the center streets have been paved with a luxurious experimental pavement made from recycled astroturf that leads to a striking propeller modern art piece. This handsome historic propeller was flown in as a way for Port Promise to commemorate our history, while also looking toward our bright future. More changes ahead in the following week. Awesome! Ruby's crying for the first time she's been here. She needs a diaper change. Let's go ahead and give that to her. Unless Percy's gonna do it first. Percy is on it! Super dad to the rescue. Love that for us. So that means back to bed for you, Missy. Percy, can you also pay our bills since you're here? Paul, every day you have to call, text, or come over? Like, didn't I just tell you to be a more independent sim? I'm not gonna invite you in. Honestly, it's not appropriate right now. Percy only earned 396 simoleons, but he got everything from the mailbox. Oh, more bills. Gotta go ahead and pay our internet bill. Okay. Koena wouldn't stop getting out of bed, so I made her watch a movie with Percy on her laptop. This is a really cool mod called Use Laptop Together. I'll also link that one in the description for today's video. Just because Sims modders are the absolute greatest people ever, you guys. Like, look how cute my game can be now. And it's actually been quite a while since I checked Koena's milestones. All of these were new. She got engaged, she traveled to Solani for vacation last episode, and she had a baby. Ruby Berry joined the family. Okay, Percy, I kind of wanted you to be able to get your 4th breakthrough before you go into work tomorrow, so let's have you shower, do a bunch of other things that geniuses do. Yes! I had Percy take a thoughtful shower and he was able to get his 4th breakthrough before he goes into work tomorrow, so he's gonna get a promotion. Well, he'd have to work really hard all day and we'll see if maybe he gets one. Percy's not even that tired, but I'm gonna go ahead and send him off to sleep since it's midnight. I can't send Koena to do the same just yet because she's hyper-focused. Ruby's up crying, she needs a diaper change and probably another feeding. And just so you guys know, Moss does have a bed indoors now. He just does not seem to use it. He prefers to sleep on the couch, which is totally okay. Okay, it's 4 a.m. when you can finally get off to sleep. Go to bed. Koena woke up because she needs to feed the baby. Want to have a coffee before work, Percy? I know you want one. Okay, Percy's off to work for the day. He goes to the science lab alone. I don't join him. I'm gonna have you work hard so maybe you can get a promotion. I'll probably just speed through the rest of the day because in between Koena taking care of Ruby, I am forcing her to stay in bed. And Percy won't be back until later this evening. Okay, I believe Koena's made it through her recovery period, so I am allowing her to work on robotics. Oh, in her inventory, she has Ruby's birth certificate and a cute handprint of canvas. I'll go ahead and put these up in her room for now. Dang, Percy doesn't get off work till 7 p.m. And Koena's tense from being cooped up indoors the past few days. She wants to spend some time outside. Then just sit outside, Koena. I'm not sure what else I could have you do while the baby's inside needing to be taken care of. We made 1,600 simoleons today. Percy's home from work. He did some great work, but he didn't get a promotion. That's okay. It's not like we're actually focusing on his career anyways. But since he is bored from work, I'm gonna have him go ahead and go for a jog with Moss. And just as expected, a jog is making him feel better. He's now energized. Oh, I guess Koena has a doctor's appointment right now. I'm gonna have her go alone so Percy can watch the baby. He'll have to come home from his jog. It's time for Koena's postpartum checkup. Go to the obstetrician. Okay, that makes sense. Oh, cool. And immediately she's back. It went well. The doctor's pleased with how well Koena feels about parenting and the healing process. Being a new parent is exciting, but it can also be stressful. If Koena ever needs it, help is available in the meantime. Just try to enjoy this new life. Very nice. So you guys, today's episode was all about Koena safely and successfully giving birth to the next generation. Will little baby Ruby end up being our generation 2 Rose heir? Only time can tell. But that's going to be where I call it for this week's episode. Thank you guys so much for coming to hang out with me today. I really hope you enjoyed it. Be sure to leave me your thoughts, comments, and suggestions down below. I love reading through them. And with that, I'll see you next Sim Sunday. Bye, friends!